So if I got lost on the way, how can I bring myself back on track if I just like didn't calculate my time rightly, or if I just can't, if I have like a writer's block, how you say it?
The first thing is sometimes you take distance to your work. Yeah, go do some sports, go into a disco, talk with friends, with your family, whatever. Sometimes you need to have a distance, not too long, not for weeks, but for some distance. So sometimes overnight or in the morning, at least that's my experience with my own writings, you suddenly find a way. It floats into your head, into your brain. So it's sometimes strange how you get there, but so take a distance, I think that's important. Then talk with people, who you know, and explain. And sometimes just by explaining, even to persons who are not experts on your subject, you find, okay, then if I explain it to somebody, I see the links, I see what is missing. And also, what I see quite often with students, with good students especially, that they're too ambitious. They want to do too much in too short a time. So one point would be then to reduce your own ambitions, to reduce what you really want to in empirical studies. And then tell at the end in the conclusions, I think this and this could be done, but given the time.
Oh, my limitations.
The limitations you can say. So try to reduce then your workload, because that's one of those points that, which is quite often a hindrance, an obstacle, that you talk too much, that you want to reach too much, or you are too uncertain about things. Talking to your professor, that depends a little bit, because there are different ways. I personally want to help students by talking about the structure and the major arguments, but I don't want to read chapters. There are some other of my colleagues who read chapters and help you by reading chapters. My own point is that students should learn their own way to do that, and not just listening to professors and then put into paper or on paper what they think the professor has told them. So I have a different strategy for that, and as far as I see, also this strategy works, because quite a lot of these works are quite good then. So it's not that you miss something, but you need to be on your own. That's my point. And that's something you will find at the end for your motivation. If you made it, if you handed it in, irrespective of the grade you get, you can feel, I made it. I did that.
On my own,
on your own, and you faced the challenge, and you got through all the valleys of your mood, and went up the hill again. So I think that's quite important.
Yeah, and very motivational. It's true. So, concludingly, what is your, do you have any hints for the audience, or for students like me? Like, what is the most important thing I should be facing, or I should be being aware of in writing my thesis?
Try to motivate yourself with a topic which is of high interest for you. This might be personal reasons, or your personal background, or you made a study trip to Turkey or to France, and you suddenly realize, France is an interesting political system. I don't know anything about it. Or Turkey has a lot of facets. There are quite a lot of superficial analysis, a lot of prejudges on Turkey. I want to study more deeply into that. So you need to have a subject which motivates yourself a little bit, and where you think, that's burning, that would be interesting to argue about it. And I think that's helpful. Ask, of course, your fellow students, ask the professor, but don't, let's say, just follow the advice of professors. At least that's my advice to students. Don't listen too much to me. Don't follow too much my advice. Reflect about it, of course. I mean, I don't talk just in vain on that. Reflect about it, but then if you think, that's nevertheless a way which I think I can go, then do it. I found out quite a lot of times that reading at the end, I said, I advise this person to stress more of that or stress less that, and he or she said, no, I want to do that. And then I said, that was well done, even though it was not following my advice concretely.
All right.